wanted to make a positive video for once. I wanted to take myself far away from Merlin theme parks and make a video talking about theme parks that are actually doing a really good job. However, it's taken me 6 months to hype myself up to make this video because unfortunately it's going to be quite a negative one.
Some of the staff are like insanely aggressive.
I went in with the attitude that this is going to be a really positive, encouraging video for people.
Oh, what the heck?
And by the end of the day, I thought there's no way I can even squeeze a drop of hope out of this.
It feels like we're walking through an abandoned park, to be honest. Something like a dead animal. Thank you.
And I don't like ketchup.
So get ready for a pretty brutal rant about Flamingo Land. Oh, hi. Okay, I'm smiling now. Sorry about that. That was getting a little bit heated already. Yeah, as you can see, this is a video about Flamingo Land, and I really did want to make a really positive video about Flamingo Land. Getting a little bit annoyed about hearing about Merlin all the time, like, oh, their operations are bad, and I was like, do you know what? I've been to a place where the operations have actually been amazing. I've had experiences at this theme park all throughout my childhood and teenagerhood. I'm not a teenager anymore, quite obviously, that have all been really good. Some of the best theme park days of my life have been here. So why am I so negative in this video today? Well, you're going to come with me on a journey from a really positive, hopeful, joyous Lou that slowly transitions into fury, disgust at some points, and disappointment.
Packed to the roof stacks.
If you want to know why, then carry on watching this video. It gets worse and worse. Let me set the scene. It's September 2025. I've had quite a few dodgy days at Alton Towers where things just haven't really been open and there's really short opening hours, and I thought, oh, that's a bit rubbish. My brother's birthday was coming up.
Is that boy on a go?
You will give birth to a monster.
Can you turn on the tap?
And I think as a surprise, we were going to meet up with him up in North Yorkshire to Flamingo Land, which is near where I grew up. So I've actually been to this park quite a lot, and it was one of the first parks I ever did go to. We even paid it to stay in an Airbnb for the night, which was really lovely, although a little bit haunted. Sean Sandbrook, Sean Sandbrook, Sean Sandbrook.
Get out there and keep on riding.
So we turned up to the park nice and early the next day after a breakfast, which actually, this isn't really to do with the theme park, but when we stayed at this Airbnb, we had breakfast at the pub that was attached to it. Short night stay, but it was really lovely. Definitely recommend this place.
Yeah, really good. We didn't sleep well.
Only thing is, no soap, and the fridge wasn't on, so we didn't actually have anything cold, but that's our fault, and it was just 6 months arranges anyway. And there was like, you know, 4 other tables of people already eating breakfast. So we've just had breakfast at our hotel. It was really nice food, just a very awkward breakfast. Not because of Jack, it was more just because no one was talking. A lot of people there, no one was talking. And then we found out that they all seem to know each other as well, so it feels like there's going to be a meeting held about Jack and I's conversation. Otherwise, really lovely. If you've ever seen Hot Fuzz, it was kind of like that. Weird. Another thing I should have mentioned, my best friend Phoebe Jean was coming along as well, which sort of in some ways ruined the surprise when at my brother's house Phoebe was there. Sorry, David, if you're watching. But yeah, she doesn't like driving, okay? So it's not her fault. So I imagine my brother put 2 and 2 together when he saw my best friend get in his car before even seeing us. Phoebe and I used to go to Alton Towers every year when we were in secondary school, and that was sort of the only time I would go to Alton Towers. And I used to make little vlogs back then. In fact, I'd burn them onto DVDs for her.
What a great crowd. I love you, my noodle. 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 Me encanta.
And it's sort of tradition that I send her this video.
Phoebe Jean, we are on our way. Phoebe Jean. Phoebe Jean.
Look how excited I am. I actually still get that feeling when I see the skyline and there's a roller coaster in the distance. I'm like, ah! Yeah, I still get that excited. Another fun fact is once upon a time I went on a school trip here. If you want to hear the horror story about going on a school trip here, oh my gosh, I've got a video on it. But one funny thing was that the compass that's on the entrance bit has like a little spoke pointing to west. Our coach hit it off and it crumbled, revealing that it was made of like borderline polystyrene. They're sick. Oh my gosh. Never ridden sick and I'm so excited. Hey, it looks so good. Best compact skyline in the world. Well, that's a kind of an exaggeration. Look at that monorail. Whoa, I've never been on that. And this is my first time even seeing Sick since it's been built. If you don't know, Sick is basically Colossus with lap bars. Dare I say it? Do you know what, as an enthusiast, I probably shouldn't be saying that, but it is. And yes, it's called Sick, S-I-K. And if you think that's a weird branding move, wait till you see what they did when they were testing the ride. I have a video on it here. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, so I was looking when we pulled up in our whip into the car park, and I was like, Jack, you can't go near that close to the front. You can't go that close. It's all the disabled parking, but actually they were just very wide bays for everybody, and we were right at the front of the park. We're only like half an hour early before the park opened and there was nobody there. So I was super excited. I was like, yes, I'm proving my point. This is a really quiet park, so you can get re-rides on everything throughout the whole day. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, you'll see. Just like right off the bat, very excited by how close we are to the entrance. Are we meant to be parked here? Don't know. Pretty wide bays for my ability level, but it's nice that they've got them available.
We be celebrating too.
I've got one eye.
So yeah, the entrance was deadly silent at this point, but we did spot some pirates. I don't know if they were in character or not, but they were definitely in costume, just sort of huddled together like penguins. And I finally got to watch Sick testing in real life around this little infamous loop bit, and I was like, I can't believe I'm seeing it in real life. It's one of my first YouTube videos where I actually, where I was talking about this whole infamous loop on Sick, and it was just so cool to see in person. I was like, wow. Although I will say the whole thing looks very bleak, like a few coloured flags here and there and grey concrete. It was looking very bleak. It's weird because they've like paid for that landscaping and it just looks quite melancholy. Sort of actually, the whole thing is like the perfect colour for those little Sick bowls you get. Maybe that's the idea. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
This photo of me by the Flamingo Land sign actually makes me laugh, because obviously that's meant to be like a photo opportunity, but something about it just looks really depressing. Am I right? Like, have a look at this shot. Now, I know we've got different, like, flora and fauna here in the UK, but come on, it's bleak. Mumbo Jumbo. What do you think of Mumbo Jumbo, Wormy?
Mumbo Jumbo is great. Like, it's got the more than 90-degree drop, which you can find about in one of Luweepoo's other videos. But yeah, no, it's fantastic. It's a good family ride with the excitement of some big drops and inversions. It's got like shoulder restraints, which I think are a little superfluous, which I think would make it easier for kids to enjoy.
I wouldn't call it a family coaster, Wormy.
I think it is. because of the shoulder restraints, I think it could get away with just being a lap bar.
I don't think it's a family coaster, but it's very good fun, and I'm impressed by the tiny footprint. This beautiful flat ride here was unfortunately closed for the entire day, even though we saw it testing. This beautiful flat ride, which I have a horror story about, again on, I think it's the same video, is really good flat ride, so I was really hoping this would open. Cliffhanger. We saw Mumbo Jumbo going around, and there was still no sign of David, who's my brother, Amy, his girlfriend, or Phoebe Jean, my best friend. Yeah, no sign yet, but we were walking around. Oh my gosh, I haven't done this in years. Oh, we got a bit of netting in there. That's good. I've accidentally become a horrific songwriter. It's my fault, Sean, road hero. I'm sorry, Sean, that's my bad.
Luweepoo, you're not that name.
I'm making more requests for your channel. I'm sure you're glad. That is the coolest thing you'll ever see me do on this channel. You'll never see me run again. I like how I say there that I'll never run again on the channel, but since then I have filmed a video at Portland's Park where I do run. I don't will for it to happen again. Hi, just a very quick PSA. If you enjoy my videos and you're not subscribed yet, please do subscribe and make sure you've got notifications on, because then you'll know when I upload. And don't worry, you're not going to get spammed. It just means you don't miss out. So yeah. Royalty-free music, I think. Is it going up and down? Is this AI music? It's AI music! Okay, yeah, so we had a silent park entrance earlier, but now we've got a bit more of a normal volume park entrance playing some nice music.
This is crazy.
Hello! Do you hear the AI music?
Baby Jean. I'm ready now.
Hi, Phoebe G.
Hello!
Do you like the AI music?
Is it AI?
Yeah.
It sounds like Taylor Swift. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Cotton candy? Where do you think we are? Hey, if you like theme parks, you're going to love Luweepoo pins. We sell back row please pins in glittery and all sorts of colours, and I hate trim breaks pins. These make an amazing gift. There's a sale going on as well at the moment if you're interested. You can tell that the AI music annoyed me a lot based on the amount of times that I mention it. AI music. AI music. It's AI music. It's AI music. It's AI music, guys. How lazy is that? I've been to Flamingo Land. It had good background music. Yeah, it was like sort of royalty-free music, I believe. But like, who cares? It worked. Why did they need lyrics, first of all? If you're gonna get AI generated music for the entrance of your park, don't even put lyrics. And check out this amazing rage bait from our friend Phoebe Jean.
Is it AI?
Yeah.
It sounds like Taylor Swift. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, Swifties.
We have Amy. Hi! David.
Hello.
And the school trips have arrived.
What?
School trips have arrived. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so unfortunately, the quiet day that we thought we were going to have, where it was just going to be us in the park, because truly we were the only guests outside of this school trip, turned out to, not happen because of the school trips. And this really confused me because who's having school trips in September, first of all? And I think this was like a faith school as well. I felt like a total freak. Lesson in empathy for me anyway. So something about Amy is that I don't think she's as big into roller coasters as maybe I am. That doesn't narrow down the population a lot, does it? So she wasn't going to come on sick, and she waited outside. We going single rider. Theming. Look at the theming. And we went straight on it. There was literally no queue for it. We went straight to the front. There was probably only about 5 people in front of us, right at the front. And then the first train of the day went. They all had a fun time. And we're like, yeah, this is a roller coaster, looks awesome. But then these poor people who were in front of us, I can't remember the exact scenario that happened because this was 6 months ago, but it was something like this, where a member of staff was like, come. And then they walked through and they were like, no, you idiots. Genuinely said something that harsh to the people in front after like some very misleading information. And also it's so loud in there, like she was going like, how is anyone meant to hear you? It was really, really mean. I felt so sorry for them. First, like, moment in the park of the day and the staff has already like, I think I'm not joking, outside of a theme park, people would genuinely call that like verbal abuse. It was really cruel and totally unnecessary. And to give the member of staff a little bit of grace, it might just be their personality, but that doesn't make it acceptable. I just felt so sad for them. And as I said, we were at the front of the queue, like, well, there's only like 5 people in front of us, but somebody was then sick on the first train. Like, thankfully not on the train. I'm not joking. Like, I know the ride's called Sick and someone was sick, yeah. And then so they had to clean that up and close the ride for a little bit. And we're like, oh, that's fine.
The ops here are pretty bad, really bad. And the poor woman is getting absolutely fuming.
And then it took so long to board people on after that. Like once it was back open again, they were really taking their sweet time. And we managed to get a front row as well. And then the staff came up to us and were like, you need to get off front row. And I was like, but we've got this seat. And they're like, no. So yeah, we had a bad taste in our mouths, a little bit of a stomach acid taste in our mouths, but like right off the bat. And as I say, the theming's quite bleak anyway. The ride was okay, but I did have in the back of my mind that I was paranoid that whoever was in front of me was going to be sick onto me, which is a real fear I have. I know, I love theme parks and I'm there a lot, so chances of it happening to me are higher than the average person, but that whole concept really scares me, guys. Yeah, no, it all. So yeah, I couldn't really enjoy the ride. I think it was good. There's a reason we didn't ride it again. The operations were really that slow. It was 25 minutes to get a train on. One train. That's really bad, isn't it? So despite it only being us and a school trip in the park, the operations were going to be ridiculously slow for this ride. There's loads of school trips here, guys. This is a weekday in September, so it's kind of shocking, isn't it? I'm really sorry for like the horrible angles on this video, so I can't imagine what it would have been like to be like, yes, well, we're going on Seek again. It's a mega coaster with 4 inversions, lap bar restraint.
What do you think, Phoebe? I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, I felt like I was being put through a tumble dryer. Oh, that's velocity. Yeah, tumble dryer, I'd agree. There's so many school trips here. Oh my gosh. Yes. I wish our school did this. Okay.
So then we went back to the other side of the park, I guess, to find some rides that Amy might like.
Baby rides. Babies. I'd rather eat babies or whatever it is. Babies.
Such as the legendary Twistosaurus, which is far more intense than you'd think it would be. And I love this area. Thankfully, the music was the same as it was before, which is just standard royalty-free music. I think they've done a nice job in this area. I think it's nicely landscaped. It's got a good vibe.
Well, would you guys go on that one?
Yeah.
I'll get some cool vlog clips.
Yeah. Spinny. And the gift shop is absolutely fantastic here. If this one didn't have bird poo and gunk on it, I'd definitely get it. Do you like this one?
Yes, you should buy that.
Yeah, but it's got poo on it.
Well, what about the one?
Someone's wiped their bum on it. That's cute.
Yeah.
Spins.
It's enough now. I love the dinosaurs here. Like all of them I wanted to buy. But we actually went all the way back to the gift shop at the end of the day before the park had closed and they shut it. So I couldn't get my dinosaur from there. Look at these eggs.
Aww.
Just know what you're getting into.
Is anyone in the other one?
Yeah, Amy is. Come a bit closer.
What's going on in that egg?
Double yolk.
Twins. We're related.
I mean, Jack is getting in now.
You won't fit. You will not.
Guys, it is pretty compacted here.
I can't.
Get out, baby, get out!
If there's one video to sum up the sort of aura that Phoebe and I had in school, it's this.
I think we're going on it again.
Oh, we know.
I can't. So we ended up going back on Twistosaurus because we had such a good time. More, come out more. More, David. Yeah, look like you're being birthed. Squeeze. And oh my goodness, something awful happened.
Unless it's coming from the sky.
It's not coming from the sky. It's
I think
ground
it's from the.
stuff.
Hey, it's real.
Wait, I've got clean hands.
Well, no, but then I'm going to feel bad if that
Unlike
ends up in
Phoebe.
the arm.
Yeah, give her a high five.
Yes, it's not allowed.
Oh! No, is it just it's just your skin, isn't it?
It's not my skin's peeling off. No, it can't.
As well.
What? Man, let me
Your
put
bag
this
is
in here.
smoking.
My bag's on fire. No, look.
Oh.
Look, my noodle.
Oh.
Wait, I need to get on my electric cell. I've got a battery bank in there.
I'm sorry if you're watching this, Manoodle, but I'm so glad this happened to you because I don't think you'd let something like this ruin your day. Whereas for me, my day would have been over at this point. I would be home. I'd be going.
Ripping from your bag.
Oh, yeah, watch your clothes. Oh, it's getting on your jeans. Watch out, watch out.
Oh, what do I do? My noodle. Is anyone watching?
No, no one's watching. You keep going.
Okay. I'm embarrassed by this. My noodle.
Dip.
It looks like I'm having a wee.
No. Sorry. Oh, it's flats on.
What if nothing works?
It'll be alright.
What? Got a sea of coke. This is the Baltic Sea. No, what is it? The Red Sea. It's still leaking.
Wait, Phoebe, this is the video that will take me to 2,000 subscribers.
Oh, baby, that is phallic. Oh.
I'm actually.
Look at the shape on her leg. No. Now, Phoebe had a couple variations of lithium batteries in her bag, so this could have been dangerous, but have a look at this.
It's actually kind of fixed itself now.
Yeah, because I wear trousers.
I didn't waste any.
Is it wet?
It's a firework. You have bombs.
I think I would probably bin that now.
I'll buy anyone.
David,
It feels wrong to me.
what did you do?
I was shaking the coke out of the USB charger. Worked fine this way, but it turns out it will easily slide out of this. I'll give you a demonstration.
Give me a bruh.
Bruh.
Oh, this so makes me laugh.
I'd like to formally apologise to Phoebe for smashing her battery charger. I only had good intentions. I hope that comes across in the rest of the video. I'm very thankful for Louise for coming up for my birthday.
The racks that you put your bags on for Twistosaurus were just like mesh racks as well. And so could like drip onto other people's belongings. Oh, it's so funny. One really nice thing about Flamingo Land is that, staying true to its name, it has got a whole bunch of flamingos walking around the park.
It's an off season.
No feathers.
Flamingo.
It's like minion creatures.
No, they're supposed to have. Are they?
Shake their tails and shed all their feathers.
But why?
To grow in it.
Little generic update. The park is busier than we thought because of all the school trips, but it's not too bad. So we're going to do Velocicoaster now. So I think David took this nice video of me, Phoebe and Jack on the ride. And then we saw a dying bee, but thankfully Amy had a Save the Bees kit already with her. Whether or not it survived, we don't know. Oh, Tumblebee!
Tumblebee.
Sure it's alive? Oh, I don't know.
I'm just going to pause and say I actually do not find animal suffering and animal carcasses being blown by the wind funny at all. I don't know why I'm laughing here. I'm actually so embarrassed watching this back. I don't know why I'm laughing.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's thrown it back. Oh my gosh.
Is that like a nectarine?
It's just sugar syrup.
So yeah, here's the queue length for Velocity, which is actually a really, really fun launch coaster. It's super intense, and I love that you're on a bike because it just feels like you've got no safety. Obviously you do, but I just love it. It's really, really, really good fun. I have no complaints about the ride itself. However, operations, an absolute shambles. It was so slow. I think I'd take for granted Merlin's operation speed because this was really bad. And this was the opening times for the day. And presumably these school trips would have booked in advance, right? Because they've brought coaches and stuff. So Flamingo Land technically should have known that this was going to come. Is it because they're short-staffed? Or is it because their staff aren't trained properly? Is it because their staff don't care? I don't know what it is, but it was really, really annoying. Especially when this was how much we paid to get in. That's more than we pay for Alton Towers and Thorpe Park. So, yeah. And yeah, given it was a busy day, this was what was on the back of Jack's bag. It's AI. Recently they repainted Velocity. I've got to admit I actually prefer the turquoise, but I'm glad that there was still a little piece of its history left underneath. They didn't even use paint stripper. I don't know what you meant to do, to be fair. It's just a fence post, but here's one for you engineers. Does that mean that when they paint roller coasters and they're painting over the paint, that the track pieces are just getting wider and wider across the circumference of a cross section? And if so, how does that affect the wheels and how the rollability? Do the wheels in turn have to shrink to compensate? Someone tell me, I'm very interested. If not, I'll do my own video and my own research, but this is the stuff that interests me. Are you excited for Velocicoaster?
I can't wait for Velocicoaster. It's a Vekoma.
You'll have a good time, I think. The harnesses are cool. He's learnt from the best.
Velocity, amazing ride. Like, that was the first roller coaster I ever went on, so always brings special memories to my heart when I go on it. In fact, let me get some right now. Here is myself and Amy Greaves, her first ever time on a roller coaster. Look at that. Here she is 3 months later in this video. Exact same reaction.
Yeah, as I say, perfect. I love that ride. I would do it again and again if there was no queue. Hero's still shut. Relief.
Absolutely packed today, though. Do you think it's packed? Packed.
Packed to the roof stacks.
Okie doke. Maybe. I've never heard it before. You might be right.
Something I was a little bit glad was closed was Hero, because I don't like that ride. And if you don't know, it's my fault Sean Sandbrook rode Hero in a really long, reachful way. Yeah, I don't think anyone's a big fan of Hero, and if you are, you're lying. I do like that it exists, that it's an option, but it's not a good option. And before somebody says, why are you complaining about the queues? You're at a theme park, you're meant to be queuing. The queues themselves, in terms of physical length and actual number of people in them, were really short because there weren't many people in the park. It was just that they took so long because of the operations, which is something you can change. I understand they've got to let people into the park. I'm not going to say close the park just for me. It's the operations, and it's made me think Alton Towers have actually a pretty good job, I think, their staff do. And if you're new here and wondering why I'm comparing it to Alton Towers, we are a theme park channel here. I love theme parks, and Alton Towers is my favourite one. It's the one I visit the most, and it's probably at one point was the gold standard for theme parks in the UK, so that's what I compare it to. Not anymore though. Can Flamingo Land redeem itself? Well, let's see. Let's go to what actually originally was my favoritist theme park food that has ever been sold. When I last went to Flamingo Land, I was about 17. This American diner, I think, had just opened, and it had like the freshly fried chicken tenders and like deep fat fried curly fries, fried, like a huge glass of like fresh Coke, and it was only like £10, which for theme park food is pretty good. And I remember sitting out in the sun, like having this food and thinking, this is just the best day ever. And so I was like, guys, we need to go here. We need to go to this American diner for lunch. Wait till you see the travesty. If you're familiar with Aramark, which is a company that supplies the food for Alton Towers, and you think they're bad, wait till you see this.
Well, actually, are there drinks on the back?
Yeah.
So yeah, they've just got these cheap A3 printed menus that are just folded in half. They're filthy.
I don't want to do shots.
With nothing inside of them as well. David, what is this? What is that?
This is pizza, pepperoni, fries.
The food. I feel like I'm still trying to push the food through my heart.
And what's the red stuff?
Tomato ketchup.
And I don't like ketchup.
It tastes good. Every bite I've had so far has been amazing.
Have you eaten Amy? Yeah, so that wasn't particularly popular. Just to let you know, David ordered this food. So Amy went to the toilet, I think, or to the car, because we were expecting it's going to be at least like 10 minutes or something to cook that, because we're the only people in the restaurant. It came out like within a minute before we'd even had our drinks. I have a question for you, Jax. What are you expecting your food to look like, and is it that?
You know, like when you're a kid, you get like plastic kitchen sets to play with, like pretend food, like that.
Here's my vehicle.
Nachos. I think.
What we're going to do with these then?
You hope.
Move that out of the shop.
Oh wait, not the flat.
Do you want this?
We stick that in a roundabout.
I'm not hungry now. Something about being here has put me off.
Yeah, I'm not hungry. Oh no, I'm alright.
And yet that's a big bowl of hand sanitizer on the table. Thank you, Jack. We needed it here. David's meal's gone. And now it's us who have the meals. How is it, Amy?
My one pepperoni was average.
Cold and stale.
Oh, it's better. Baby, how's yours?
The chips only taste nice if you roll them around in salt to disguise the flavour. But the chicken wings are actually really, really nice.
Oh, really? They were really, really nice?
Well, not really nice, but slightly more edible.
Oh, I think I got really lucky on this day for ordering just the kids' meal, really, because I saved the most money. Didn't have to eat as much.
How can you get nachos wrong?
Good, bad.
Literally put it out of the bag.
More about that. Oh, the chips were so cold and stale. The nuggets tasted like they were going to really upset my stomach, which, you know what, fair enough. I ordered nuggets, whatever. I'm a child. Corn was put in the cup holder. I can smell the nachos on your fingers as I drank that. My girl behind you.
Some of them have deflated themselves, as you can see.
Did you ever watch iCarly and there's like close up of someone eating corn?
I'd rather you didn't, redo that.
Is it nice? It's so funny. I'm just watching this back myself with you. We got up and decided this was the stuff left on the table was inedible. Plus some of it that we did try to eat. This is what we left behind. It's so tragic. It's so bad. Oh, it was genuinely disgusting. It was the worst quality food I've ever had at a theme park, and I've had like food poisoning twice at theme parks. Oh my gosh. Worst food ever. That was actually the worst. Where did they go? then we got a lovely wee ride on Cliffhanger, which is just brilliant. I do really like this as a flat ride. I love a Cliffhanger. Quite a long wait again, but so be it. I did feel really sorry for Amy at this point because she doesn't really like the thrill rides so much. So we went to go and enjoy tormenting people with water guns.
Easy.
And if you're thinking like, oh, that's so nice, what could possibly ever get in the way of your fun spraying people with water guns? Well, this was just our luck. Wasp. Boo, dude. Amy wants to do this one.
I never noticed that.
Finally, we ended up going on Kumali, which is just a beautiful, beautiful ride. And actually the queue was non-existent for this. There was nobody queuing, so we did it a couple of times, I think 3 times. I love this ride. I've got so many good memories of re-riding it over and over again.
Oh, you look like you're gonna get paparazzi.
I might do. Kumali, more like no Kumali.
No Kumali.
Thanks for laughing at that, Phoebe. Sunny shot.
Is there an extra eye in this?
Kumali.
An extra what? Eye? I always thought it was mischief first.
Like, and this is the point that I'm going to be coming to, is that not a lot in terms of ride selection has changed since I last went when I was 17, which, oh my gosh, was quite a while ago. Yeah, nothing much has changed in terms of ride selection. So in theory, going here, there shouldn't have been much difference, and I should have still been able to have the same like level of amazingness of a day. I remember going on stuff like over and over and over again. We had so many re-rides. I didn't feel rushed to like get out of the park before it closed, and the park's like small enough that you can get between the rides quite quickly, so it was just brilliant when we went. There was no need to even look at queue times. For this day it just wasn't the case, and I don't know why the operations were so bad. I think that really is ultimately what let it down, food aside. This is something I'm just begging Flamingo Land to fix, because it was so disappointing to travel all the way up there, stay the night, expecting it to be just as wonderful as I remembered, and for the staff, to be honest, to be actually really aggressive, some of them, not a lot of them, totally unenthused, and ultimately very poor operations over a vast majority of the rides. Not all of them. Like on this pirate ship, they were very friendly, I remember. We couldn't even go on this little train ride. Like, how hard would that be to operate? And it's such a shame, because it's such a beautiful park. It has many really good rides. Like Mumbo Jumbo, I think is super underrated. Kumali is fantastic. It's so forceful. And like the bit where you get so close to the ground, it's just incredible. It's such a good ride. I love it. I love Kumali. On the left, it was really rough, and on the right, it was really smooth. Zooby zoo. I don't think it's been given justice with the effort put into operations. 2 dead monkeys sitting in a window. Natural canopy for the monkeys to swing from. That's natural as well. Natural rocks. Bits of lint. And if you don't know, Flamingo Land is also doubles up as a zoo, and I have some thoughts about zoos and theme parks being combined together. They look depressed, and there is research to suggest this really does stress out animals, especially the big cats. So I was going around thinking this is a little bit sad. Oh, that one looks happier. So I am editing this, and I would like to say I'm not Dr. Dolittle. I can't really read human emotions, let alone monkey emotions. So for all I know, these monkeys could be having a great time. I don't know. There's no one there anyway, so the zoo clearly isn't the draw for people. Yeah, the hearing's very good. So people screaming and poor things. Giraffe.
Hello. Swimmy, swimmy. Yeah.
are getting our steps in today. Here you'll see the Lost River Rapid Water Ride, boat ride, Rapid Lost. And its name cursed it, and it is lost now. But it looks like they're doing work on it, if you can see up there, which is quite good. I love this themed area here. I love animals, but it does break my heart a little bit to see the Love Island faux wall. I don't know, it's just slightly lacking over here. This used to be a really awesome area to just watch people and the animals, but it's feeling really empty. I mean, the train's not running, the Sky Ride's closed. Obviously it's not called a Sky Ride. The giraffes are stagnant. Even the ostrich isn't moving. It feels like we're walking through an abandoned park, to be honest. Even the monorail, we saw it testing this morning, but it's not actually moved. All those complaints aside, though, we are having a nice day. I'm just a little bit salty that there's so many school trips here, but that's not Flamingo Land's fault. And one other complaint is that some of the staff, obviously not all of them, are like insanely aggressive.
Big cat in there.
Big cat. Oh, she's taking the car! Look, a leopard!
My joke will make sense when the digger goes by.
Oh, there's two! Hello! I'm coming in. Last time we were here, that was a tiger enclosure. And blimey, I'm hoping that is not the tiger enclosure now.
Okay.
Been ran over. Poor tigers. And the Lost River ride, I think they're doing up at the moment. I would have loved to see that open, but I understand that they're actually doing something with it, which is cool. I mean, some of the animals were looking a little bit depressed. Some of them seemed all right, but like, yeah, the research does show that animals aren't as happy as they could be in like these environments. So, but it was incredible to see a hippo. I did enjoy that. I'd never be able to see a hippo in the wild, but depends what you're prioritizing, really. We actually did find somebody's phone in this like truck. Sophisticated looking instruments.
Hiya, this is, I found this phone in Flamingo Land Resort and I just thought I'd call the nearest contact. We're currently by the sea lions. It was in the, yeah, of course.
I've seen that dead carcass of an animal.
Yeah, okay, no, that's
There's
no
a carcass?
It's not a dead animal.
Thank you.
There's a dead animal. Yeah, let me see it. Oh my gosh. What's that? The person who it belonged to was like, can you come like find me and drop it off to me? Like, mate, this is your phone. You left it here. Anyway, the cheek of it.
When forced to go 1 mile, go another.
Some animals that did look like they were very, very comfortable were these rhinos. Oh, it's pooing! What? Oh, what the heck? What's happening? Oh! That was disgusting! Did you guys know rhinos did this?
Rhinoceros. They're pretty cool. Yeah.
I've shown this on my phone to so many people because what is going on here? Oh, it's pooing! What? Playing sleeping lions in it.
This is the closest I've ever been to one.
Weirdly, some of my favourite theming that I saw was this disco ball. It felt kind of out of place in the sweet shop, but I did like it. So yeah, that was sort of the end of the day because the park was closing. We were actually kind of rushing around trying to get stuff done. So we did about 4 roller coasters and a couple of re-rides on Kumali. And the other guys only did 3 because we got Mumbo Jumbo in before them. I think that's right. That for a full day is not good considering how empty the park is. This is our shopping haul. I've got dinosaur. Okay.
Beautiful.
Fanta. What flavours are those?
Raspberry and strawberry. I gave it to just raspberry.
Obviously.
Baby, what you got?
I got a lolly. I don't know what flavour, it just says Zoom tongue painter on it.
Is this AI music again?
It was honestly very bleak and sad for me because I've had so many wonderful memories at Flamingo Land. I'm a Flamingo Land apologist. I'm out here going, oh, it's so much better at Flamingo Land. You should just get yourself to the local parks because they're way better and their operation's better and they care more. But that just has gone out the window on this particular day. Hopefully they've done better since then, but as I said, the reason this video is hard for me to make is because it's so negative. I had a good day because I was hanging out with people that I like because I had good company, like I still had a good time, but I was very disappointed in like Flamingo Land's operations. I think we could have gotten a lot more value out of our day and entire trip up to North Yorkshire. Seeing this sign was a little bit of an eye roll moment for me because I was like, yeah, it's not that there's too much to do, it's that you're too slow for me to do it. That's your fault. The monorail wasn't even operating, Hero was closed, the train wasn't running, the river ride was obviously closed for work. The disco ride wasn't working, wasn't running even though we saw it testing. It was really sad. I just wanted to feel like how it used to. And I know that it's not going to be as magical because I'm a fully grown man. I think I went in with the right attitude, right? As a little side quest, me and Phoebe don't get to see each other too often because we're sort of opposite ends of the country. So this was our Christmas present exchange, I think, from the year before.
I can't read Japanese. Oh my gosh, it's just a little Lego kit. Oh, that's so... For a while. So you thought you'd palm it off on
I bought it for you.
Oh, okay. I'm so intrigued.
Yeah. I don't really know how to describe it. I think it's cool. Have you got me the same thing?
I have one of these.
No way!
I bought one of these in Spain. I'm not even joking. That is the funniest.
I bought that about a year ago.
Very good. Yeah, I was well at on the island.
Yeah, some nice. Kept it back.
Hey! Is that as big as it goes?
Done.
Hold on.
That's nice.
Wait. I think that's it, Amy. I think that's it.
Tiny bit more, tiny bit more.
That'll do.
More. Do more.
More?
No.
I think get a tiny bit more.
Like a lithium battery.
Much bigger than that.
And another note that I've just remembered as well is that I think closing time was like 4 p.m, I think. And we were running around at like 3:55 trying to get into queues and they'd already closed them off. Like stuff like, now we're closed now. I'm like, well, that's not what it says on the app. At a bare minimum, stay open for the times that you've listed. It's just so lazy and it's really, I think, a really bad attitude from some of the staff. Again, I'm not lump summing everybody and they might have since over Christmas, done some more training or whatever, but I was just gutted, to be honest. Okay, I know this isn't my usual really happy video. Hopefully there's some humour in this and some things you can smile at. I'm going to try and flip it on its head after you hear Jack's review.
So for a final summary of our day at Flamingo Land, I would say that it's a theme park that's full of really cool rides. I think all of the rides are just absolutely exceptional, but the park as a whole has cut so many corners in just places that they shouldn't be. There's clearly not enough training going on with the staff. Most of the staff had disappeared before closing time, so we couldn't even buy stuff from the gift shops because the staff had gone home. The queue lines were getting shut before closing time as well. It's a park full of really good rides, but let down by its management. And I think it goes to show that it's not just Merlin that are struggling, it's the theme park industry as a whole in the UK. It must be as a result of the cost of living. People are less willing to spend as much money, and things cost more for the theme parks.
Yeah, I'm going to just try and say something positive because this channel isn't meant to be to take people down or to be gossip, and I don't think we need any more negativity in this community or in the world really, but it was just really genuinely so sad. So trying to think of something good to say. They've got a fantastic selection of rides, as Jack said. I think they just really need that motivation in the staff, maybe some customer service training. Sorry, but it was so bad. And you know what? Scrap the pirate show. Get those staff doing other stuff and opening up other rides. Get them trained up. Alton Towers have like an apprenticeship scheme for engineers, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's just really, really sad to see. But I believe that they've got potential because I've seen it with the same rides that they've got. In fact, they've got more roller coasters now than they did before. So they've got the ability to have an amazing park, but they can't keep cutting corners because, to be honest, I don't want to go back. I was looking forward to this being like a regular park for Jack and I. I was like, Jack's gonna love this. This is his first time. But we don't want to go back. We can't even stand to think about the food. It's making me feel like sick thinking about it now. So yeah, if you're watching this from Flamingo, please do something and bring back the terrifying cable cars. I absolutely love those. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and if you made it to the end, well done. I'm not usually this negative, and if you want to see more positive videos from me, make sure you subscribe and like it if you've enjoyed it. And also, I love reading your comments. I try to reply to everybody unless you're a bit mean. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one with more good news, hopefully. Okay, bye. Hi, just a very quick PSA. If you enjoy my videos and you're not subscribed yet, please do subscribe, and make sure you've got notifications on, because then you'll know when I upload. And don't worry, you're not going to get spammed. It just means you don't miss out. So yeah.